I decided that I have to push the global, let's say, the marketing, business, operations, and technology. And I guess this vision took me on the stage where I'm right now, that we are running the Promofy for the global market and helping businesses to get the advanced gamification and loyalty systems for their customers.
Hey everyone, welcome to the How I Got Here podcast. I'm your host, Travis Waters, and I designed this podcast to share stories that are worth telling. Whether it's about somebody going from zero to hero, hero to zero, or simply something in between. On today's episode, we talked to Irakli from Promofy. We learned about how his initial interest in photography and art led him to the marketing sector, which brought him into iGaming, which brought him to where he is today. Let's go ahead and jump into our conversation with him now. Enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to the How I Got Here podcast. I'm your host, Travis Waters, and on this episode, we are joined by Irakli, who is with Promofy. For those who may not know you by name or by face, let's just do a quick, 10 to 15 second high-level overview of where you are in your career right now in early 2026.
Hi, Travis. Thanks for inviting me. Happy New Year, everyone, and wish all the successful and joyful the year ahead. And when the new year is starting, it's always I'm in the mood and motivation is always high. So uh, right now we are in kicking off the new year with upcoming partnerships, going lives, and new season of the conferences where we have to meet the whole industry from the holiday festival periods and get back to the business for this direction.
I think that's what I spent my entire December doing, was kind of mapping out all of the conferences for 2026 and just making sure I got them all in the books. So how I like starting these episodes is kind of going back to your very first memory, the first time you knew this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do, or this is something I enjoy. And how old were you roughly when you had that idea, and what was it?
I have to dive deeper in childhood, I guess. uh, I've been always, let's say, the active and in terms of the new ideas and exploring new things to try. That's why the interests and to do some new things came from the childhood. It could be, I don't know, from art, drawing something or creating some direction, or doing some sports and achieving there some results. But at the same time, one of the first thing was the photography, I would say, from the childhood. And from that, then in the university, I decided that, okay, I want to do the marketing, business, technology. So whenever this, let's say, the teenager phase has ended, then I decided that I have to push the global, let's say, the marketing, business, operations, and technology. And I guess this vision took me on the stage where I'm right now, that we are running the Promofy for the global market and helping businesses to get the advanced gamification and loyalty systems for their customers.
So I know you just mentioned that the first like big thing that you had a real passion for was photography. Do you think the artistic interest that you had with photography is what initially got you interested in marketing? And if not, because I know marketing has a lot, there's a lot of art to the process of the design things with marketing. Was that kind of the springboard, or was it something else that made you want to go to university for marketing?
Um, no, it was more from artistic perspective, and which was the commercial side. I mean, commercialized from my activities, but at the same time, the interest in the advertising generally, photography, production, video, all this creative part of the marketing was and strategic campaigns also was the interest of the first, let's say, touch point with the business. And After the university, my career went to the advertising agency where I had the privilege to have worked with the global brands. So that's where how everything came. So.
So I know you like when you're in university and this is you're taking your kind of initial interest of art and then you're learning so many different things of how you can apply that to all the different things that is involved in marketing. Was there a specific course or a class or a work thing while you're in university that's like, oh, out of everything marketing, this particular thing I think I enjoy the most, and this part of marketing is what I want to focus on after I graduate?
I guess it was general marketing from the strategic vision, execution, and then creativity. And Within my career, I have touched every angle. So I was in creative team and account management team, the project management, executing the big, huge projects where there was one of the proper and important thing, the leadership and leading the big teams. So. Yeah.
Do you do you look back on your first interest with photography and ever try to compare it with so like what you're doing right now today with the design concept of marketing? Do you ever look back and like, man, like this was the first pictures I was taking and I thought I was doing a good job, but now I'm looking at what I'm doing now and like, oh, I was I thought I was great back then taking pictures, but I was kind of just seeing the growth you've had from your first artistic interest to where you are now. Is that something you ever kind of like look at your growth you've had from an artistic sense?
From the artistic, not so much. I still take photos, but with the mobile, not with maybe all the time with my camera. So this part of me is still with me. Especially there's many opportunities how we can take the photos. But if we compare the growth and make this parallel, let's say what I've been doing, especially in the direction what I'm doing right now from the where I have started from the corporate level and creating the same kind of global scale loyalty systems for different kind of brands. Of course, I see the huge learning and huge growth uh, if I take that. So if I could let's say continue the photography if we are concentrated on that part maybe a bit improvement but not that much because I didn't put too much effort on that.
Yeah, understood. So when you finished your marketing degree at the university, did you find it was quite easy to get your first opportunity after that in terms of joining the marketing advertising workforce, or was it a little bit harder than you thought?
I guess I was lucky a bit. So right away, I joined the agency, and it was the big boost of the first, let's say, full scale, full time, and really uh, active role, like the advertising campaigns with the production, video production, and it's too much hard work, I would say, in order to get the really nice results. And this it was around like 2 year journey, so it gave me the really big boost in every direction to how to say to improve the skills how first of all you can identify the quality of the creativity and at the same time monitor the process how you execute on time because I mean the campaigns are already with strict deadlines and stuff and you're always have to be on time so yeah it was a big boost because you have many areas where you have touch, right? So you work with the brands on the strategic level, you work with the budget, you work with everything. Which end of the day, when you transform it into the let's say running to the company, at least you have minimum touch points in every areas where you can face during the running the startup or any kind of big company.
Now, this job you had right out of university, did you leave this job and go to the next job after that because you felt like you learned enough and now you want a bigger role or a bigger opportunity? Was it was the next job you went to somebody that knew about you and they saw the work you were doing and they're like, "Hey, we'll pay you more if you come over here"? What was the that transition like from job 1 to job 2?
Uh, yeah, it was a new opportunity, and this opportunity actually was the first entry into the iGaming industry. It was a startup operator, and yeah, it was known somebody because I was doing also the advertising agencies for these industries. So I had the knowledge of the industry itself. So it helped me to take new role and jump in the big, really entertaining, really high, let's say, the developing industry, which is iGaming right now. And it was back from, I don't know, 13 years ago, I would say. So it's been a long time, more than a decade. I'm now here, part of this.
So you joined the iGaming industry on the marketing side relatively early, not too far after university. Was it what drew you to the iGaming, I guess, sector of where you wanted to apply marketing? Was it mainly it was the best opportunity at the time of when you're looking for a marketing job? This place, even though it's in a new industry, maybe the first time you ever joined iGaming, oh hey, this is the greatest opportunity. Let me join here. Or was I guess were you specifically targeting the iGaming? Did you? I think what I'm trying to say is were you interested in joining the iGaming industry when you first went into it, or was it something where it was just the best opportunity for you to apply your marketing skill set?
No, but beside everything, the love of the poker is I mean the driver for me. I love this game, and it was one of the, let's say, emotional stickiness to the industry. That okay, I'm gonna do the marketing in the poker and the thing what I know, and maybe I enjoyed it. Also, it was a technology company, so and high growing, I would say, and all the criterias was matching all together. So
It
that's how
checked
it
all the
started.
boxes. I like
Yes,
this. I like.
I was, yes, yes, exactly.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I believe you just mentioned a little bit earlier that this was roughly a decade ago. There's like a 10-year period from when you first joined iGaming to where you are right now. So, how many different roles from the first step into the iGaming industry did you have? I guess not roles. How many different companies did you work for from company one to you launching your own one, which we'll get to in a second?
It was three companies after in the iGaming. Yeah, three companies. Yeah.
So after the first one, which I believe what you were saying is it was kind of, it started off with a poker interest that you had. You enjoyed poker. It's in that. Let me focus on that. That's something I like. What drew you to the next company that you joined? What was that transition like?
So it was, I would say, the bigger opportunity, bigger brand, and also the experience and the more opportunities to, let's say, to realize all the, let's say, the vision and things what could can be done on the market. And after that, it really started the journey of really growth from the career perspective, from the things what we have done, from the um, changes what we have made, from the positive level, how we develop the market and everything together.
Now, I'm assuming with the bigger role and the bigger brand, the bigger opportunity on this second iGaming business that you're working with, that you had a lot more responsibilities as well. Did you, at any point with the second company, feel that you I guess the cliche is biting off more than you can chew. Did you ever feel overwhelmed, or were you like, yes, this is the amount of work and responsibilities and attention that I need?
Um, okay, I never actually, but my main, let's say the not motto, but the how to say the feeling when I'm doing something. It's I'm doing it because first of all I like it. I see the value. I see the value where I can bring with my let's say the effort, and which also like the direct to the company. I don't know the mission and the goal, right? So I never felt myself at any kind of work that okay, it's if it's 9 to 5 or something to get up and go home or something like that. So I was always perceiving any kind of role in any kind of company as a part of my, let's say, journey, and part of that assumed that I was the big, let's say, the part of this group of the people who were driving the really nice results together. And yeah, so this approach always gives me ability that I'm doing enough to drive the proper results for the company, and not enough, I mean the maximum, I would say, to drive even impossible things on the market, because we have done it. And even if you don't have this kind of approach, um, and maybe it's not behavior, but it's some kind of understanding and approach, how you see your effort and let's say experience, which could be helping any kind of businesses or the companies. It should not be pushed, okay? So it should be natural. And I always appreciate in any corporate world, even, and even with my colleagues and with my team members, that okay, there is administrational stuff of any kind of role, right? The compensation, some benefits, etc., etc. But end of the day, when you, let's say, they stay alone with you, you should love what you do, and it should be the passion for you. Otherwise, everything will be temporary, time by time, and it will be just maybe boring afterwards, and then depressing for some if there's no actions then to make any kind of changes.
No,
I was a little bit of deep, but I just drived in many angles.
I
Sorry.
appreciate that. Yeah. So I mean, you're 100%. Like if it doesn't feel like work, then you don't have that. Like you said earlier, you don't have that mindset of the 9 to 5. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, bye. I'm now going to the other part of my life. So yeah, 100% agree with all of that. I know that we only, to my knowledge, have one more job between where we are right now on the timeline and you launching your own company. So for this second company that we're currently at in the iGaming space, how long were you here? And then this follow up question is, I know you came here because it was a greater opportunity with a bigger brand, bigger role, more responsibilities. So the first question is, how long were you with this company? And the second question is on that, what was the reasoning to go to the next one? Was it another step up into the space, a bigger brand, a bigger opportunity? So let's focus on the first one. Roughly how many years were you here at the second iGaming opportunity?
So third one is actually Promofy, my own company, which means that in iGaming it was in total two companies.
Okay.
And the Promofy is the first company which I have founded in iGaming. Otherwise, I had some other, let's say, small initiatives and startups in other industries, which was not that technological big or something. But generally, my second company experience was 8 years, which gave me the really huge experience and boost and the power to run now my company, Promofy, I would say, on the global market.
So during this 8 years, how early into your 8 years at this company did you start having what I call the brain baby? Do you start thinking about, you know what, I think I can create something that is a little bit better than what I'm doing, or better than where I'm working. I can create something that's definitely needed in the space. So 8 years is a pretty long time, but how early on were you like, I have an idea, let's see what happens with it?
It was always with me, I would say, and in parallel, I was kicking off some small projects, something for the music, something for the hospitality. So I was, let's say, satisfying this entrepreneur soul in parallel. And also, I was in search of to find out the niche which could give the bigger global opportunity. And based on our experience, our knowledge, which me and my co-founders have, and that's where we are. So we identified that the, let's say, customer loyalty, engagement, all this marketing experience, all this promotional stuff is strengths of our, let's say, founding team. And then it's time to, let's say, jump on a new journey. So that's how it was transformed like that.
So was it more of you saying this is I have this idea, it's going to work. Let me stop what I'm doing at the 8 year mark and then start working on this, or did you start working on it early on and then once it started growing legs, I guess they say, then you're like, oh, this is actually definitely going to work. Now that we've got it to, this level, then I'm going to leave this company and give it 100% full focus. So were you building up to leaving the company, or did you leave the company to start building?
And no, we left the company. It was the only idea. We left the company and start building everything from scratch, full time, full dedication.
Okay. My I have this inkling to ask because I know you mentioned. I'm very curious. You mentioned that you had that entrepreneurial spirit, and there's a lot of other smaller things that you were kind of working on top of that. So I'm curious, what were some other ideas you had during this timeline that you? I think you mentioned like the music business and a few other things. I'm curious what these other brain babies were.
Okay, one was in the music direction, which is the organizing, I mean, the uh, event organizing in one of the music genres, electronic music, and also the record label. And my passion into the music is that I used to play different kind of instruments in my childhood, and DJing is also my bliss. I mean, the relaxing part of my lifestyle. That's one thing. Uh, it was for a short period of time, around up to 3 years, the small cafe locally in where we are in Georgia, Tbilisi. Some vegan oriented and some music based nice place it was during the after COVID, I would say. And also some um, the name was Globalized, so it was the agency, I would say, which was helping uh, tech companies in Georgia to expand out of the Georgia on the European and US markets. And we've been organizing also the global conferences, small ones, local ones, to support the local companies, products, and invite different kind of worldwide speakers from nice companies. So we have done it in 5 different places, like 2 times in San Francisco, New York, London, and Paris. Yeah, so this were the small babies, but now my full time is, I mean, the music is always there. There's no more cafe, and my time now is with Promofy.
So, are you doing any DJing still whatsoever, or did you completely shut that off to fully
No,
focus
no,
on Promofy?
no, DJing I'm doing. I
Okay.
love it.
So, my follow up to that is, have you, for all the events, whether they're the international ones, well, I guess everything's technically considered international in this industry, but for all the ones that are based in the U.S. or all the ones that are in like Portugal, Barcelona, all over the place, the Next, the SBCs, all of these. Have you ever spoken to like Rasmus with SBC or Pierre with Next on like, hey, for your next event, for your evening event, by the way, I also DJ? Because I feel like I feel like hiring someone in the space who DJs is much better than just booking a random DJ. So has that ever crossed your mind of when you go to these networking events at these conferences, like, oh, I can definitely do this job better than this person behind their laptop?
No, I know everyone. I have not told them, to be honest. On the conference is a bit different kind of genre music, more commercial, I would say. Not very, I would say, taste of mine. So every place, every
Yeah.
environment has different kind of music genres.
What
It's
is
not
so?
my.
What would you describe as your personal taste when you are DJing? What's your genre of music, if you will?
It's more like I would say, from the listening and chilling perspective, more ambient and down-tempo music, where I produce also some music there, and for the a bit party and stuff, more high BPM electronic music and uh, trance music and psytrance music, something like that.
I feel like at some of these events, these networking events, I feel like the music is too crazy and too loud where it's like, wait a second, we're supposed to gather together and talk with other people and meet new people, and the music just is crazy bananas that you're the first style you're talking about of the chill ambient music. I feel like that is something that is actually like, oh hey, yes, put that here so we can actually start talking to each other because it's not blasting our eardrums. Oh man, that'd be so awesome if we can get that set up for at least like sometime in the next 24 months. We gotta get you DJing at one of these events. So we caught up to the launch of you leaving the company after 8 years, now launching Promofy. What year are we right now? When was the launch year of Promofy?
It was last year, 2024, during Euro Cup.
And what from let's just say like the first 3 months, you're fully live, fully public. Was it did the first 3 months did it meet expectations? Was it higher than expectations, lower than expectations? For just focusing on that initial 3 month launch window.
Yeah, it was the targeted launch during the Euro Cup with our sport prediction suit, and mm, it was an MVP launch, I would say. And yeah, it met its expectations. We went live with two customers, and quite many users were engaged, and product worked really nice, and it was great results, I would say.
And then correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Promofy from that launch to now, you've at least won like at least a few industry awards. I'm pretty sure I've seen your logo and your name on on
Yeah,
some list. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean things are working out if you're getting nominated and winning things. So I mean yeah, we've caught up to now to here in 2026. The question that I like wrapping up these episodes with is if we go all the way back to your initial passion of just wanting to try new things, kind of getting into the artsy side of stuff with the photography all the way to now, there's a bunch of things that had to happen to get you to where you are today. Some things are inside of your control, some things are outside of your control. I like to use the term that I feel like a lot of people use here, which is called the butterfly effect. So if you were
Mhm.
to look at this entire timeline that is from early photography interest to January 2026, out of all of these butterfly effects, whether it was in or out of your control, which event, which butterfly effect do you attribute as the most important one that led you to where you are today?
Nice question. Let me think. Okay. I think it's all these kind of things. When you dive deeper, it's coming from some not. like the close to childhood and teenager things where you first time have tried something which you really wanted, and you put the full effort there, which gave you the result that you got what you wanted. Okay, so I guess I don't remember exact thing, but maybe when I first time started some music thing, and I did my own party. It was the one of the, or maybe when I did my first exhibition, something. I guess if you go, there were have been many, let's say, small events based on my, let's say, experience where and areas where I was doing, and I have achieved something everywhere. So it was a mission, I would say, like that. So all these small events then drive me here to be right now and running the Promofy.
All
So
right. Well, I appreciate you spending some time with us and kind of giving us that
yeah,
story of
thank you.
how everything happened to get you to where you are today with the success you're having with Promofy. If anybody wants to reach out to him, that's why I have his name on the screen. If you're watching this on YouTube anyway, you can reach out to him on LinkedIn if you have any questions about anything, whether it's Promofy or booking him as a DJ for one of these events. Looking at you, Rasmus and Pierre. But thank you again for hopping on here. If you guys enjoyed this episode, subscribe to this channel. We have a lot more that came before this. We have a lot more come after this as well. But yeah, appreciate you jumping on here, and thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you, Travis.